Hello everybody, this is Ahmed Samour, a Dynamics 365 consultant, and I would like to introduce to you um, the XRM tooling connector in the Dynamics 365 SDK. So first of all, I want to let you know that the SOAP endpoint, the CRM 2011 endpoint will be deprecated, and there's three ways to connect your third-party applications with the Dynamics 365. And today I'm gonna introduce how to connect your Dynamics 365 with a third-party application. So I made a ASP MVC application. As you can see here, I'm using Visual Studio 2015. And in this application, it's just a CRUD: create, retrieve, update, and delete objects in the Dynamics 365. And I'm just doing the CRUD operations on the contact entity. So let's go to the website. As you can see, I just made it a test website. It took me just maybe 5 minutes to do it. So in this tab here, there's contacts. I will just demo what is going on. So when you hit on the contacts, it will retrieve a list of contacts. I'm just using fetch XML, and in the fetch XML, I just made the count to 5, so it will retrieve just 5 records. Um, it will for every contact, for each contact, I'm just displaying the first name, last name, and email address. So it takes time on my machine, stuff like that. So as you can see here, you have a first, last name, and email. Let's try to create. So let's try the create in today's video. So I'm gonna say Ahmed Samu, and my email is, and feel free to contact me on this email. So here's my record. I will go to the CRM, refresh my contacts, and you will see Ahmed Samour is here. And so I'm using a trial, Dynamics 365 trial from Microsoft. So I just, it's an advice. You can go to Microsoft site and just get a trial for 30 days, and you can do whatever you want, tests, and extend your skills in the Dynamics 365. So let's try to update this new record we made. So because we are hitting this page for the first time takes time. The If we hit contacts, it will be faster. Yes. So let's edit it. I will say Ahmed or save it, and as you can see here, so if we go to the details, which will retrieve just the data to display it here, back to list. Also, we can delete this record. So let's delete it, delete, and it will be deleted. If you go here to the CRM contacts, let's refresh the list, and Ahmed Samour record will be deleted here. So how we can do this? How we can do this in the MVC application to connect and to do a CRUD: create, retrieve, update, and delete records from the Dynamics 365. So I'm gonna demonstrate here. First, I want to show you the model I made. I made a model called contact. In this contact, I have the ID, the GeoID, the record ID in the CRM, first name, last name, and email address. as strings, as you can see here. um, uh, and I made a controller with the CRUD operations. So in this action result method, the index, which will retrieve a, a data from contact entity, and I made the count to 5, so it will retrieve just 5 records, the top 5 records. So we have the first, last name, address, address 1, and the contact ID. So how to connect? Well, there's 3 ways to connect in the XRM tooling connector. Okay, first of all, we have to go to the Dynamics 365 SDK. In the SDK, in the bin here, you can find, here it is, you can find a DLL for the XRM tooling connector. So you have to add this DLL to your application. Um, Here it is, connector, CRM connector, connect control, and this one will there, because there's an option to connect your XRM tooling with a PowerShell. But me, I use the connection string. So I'm calling the connection string, and I will provide you in the description of the video or in the blog how to connect with XRM tooling, or how to use connection strings to connect with your to connect using XRM tooling. So we are calling here the CRM service client. Also, I will provide you in the description the this class and what you can do, what operations you can do in the Dynamics 365. So I'm calling here I'm just defining here a list of contact, the model I made. So if the CRM SVC is not null, and when it's ready, just go, it will retrieve, and from the CRM SVC we can get entity data by fetch search, and we are passing here the fetch XML we made, and it will return an entity collection. So for each record in this entity collection, I will create a new record in that, a new contact. I will add it, and then I will return the contacts to the view, and it will be displayed. So it's easy, just fetch XML and pass the fetch XML to the get entity data by fetch search. So moving to details, it will retrieve a certain record by passing an ID to the method, and it will retrieve this contact from the Dynamics 365. So after connecting here, you can define a dictionary, which you will be passing a string. It will give you an object. So you can define it here, equal CRM SVC dot get entity data by ID. In this method, you will be passing the logical name of the entity, which is contact here, the ID of the record you want to retrieve, and here's ID. The value, it will be a GeoID. New list of strings. We were using the column set. Now in the list here, we will retrieve whatever you want. I'm passing first name, last name, email address, one, and contact ID. And for each, we can use it in another way, but just for simplicity, I did this one. I'm switching for each parent in data. I'm switching the period key. The key will be the logical name of the field, and if it's first name, I will add a first name for the contact. You have to also cast the value to a entity type you want. So then I'm just defining a new contact of our model, and just passing it to the view. For the create here in the HTTP post create, I'm getting the data. I'm defining a new dictionary, And this dictionary will be giving a string. It will give you CRM data type wrapper. So CRM data type wrapper is a class provided with this new DLL, and we call this dictionary is in data. I will show you how to add fields and values to it. So adding the first name here will be the field name, and the value will be a new CRM data type wrapper. First name you will the first parameter will be the value you want to set, and the second parameter will be the entity type, data type. We are here setting it to string. It's an enum here, CRM field type. We can maybe set it for something else, datetime, CRM boolean, key, lookup, pick list, whatever you want. But for now, this string, and the last name and email address, and create a new record. We are passing the entity name and the in-data dictionary, and it will return the new GID created. And then we are redirecting to the index page view. And this will create a record. And for the edit here, it's the same. We are retrieving for details, and when a new edit here in the HTTP post of the edit methods, I will show you how to update a record in the CRM. So also you have, as the create, you have to define a new dictionary, string, CRM data type wrapper, name it update data, and you will add the fields you want to update with its values. And we are using here the CRM svc.update entity. You will pass here what you will pass here the contact, which is the logical name, as you can see here, the key field name, which is contact ID, the value of the key field name, and what you want to update, and it will return a boolean, which is true or not, if the CRM updated this record or not. For the delete here, the first page will just displaying the details of the contact you want to delete, and here for the delete confirmed, which is the when this method is posting data, it will redirect to here. We are connecting to the CRM SVC, and if the CRM SVC delete data delete entity, which is we are passing the logical name of the entity and the ID we want to delete, and then we are redirecting to the list again. So in this video I'm just demonstrating how to use the XRM tooling in the Dynamics 365 to do the create, retrieve, update, and delete operations. So hope you enjoyed it. It's my first video, and I will provide more information about it, and I will keep you updated with everything. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.